What's good, guys? Welcome back to episode 7 of Find Love or Die Trying. Last episode, we just finished up our second dates with the girls. This episode, we're going on our third dates, and then up until that, it'll lead to the big the big choice. Hopefully, unless something crazy happens like last time. Let's just hop into it. The next day, I woke to the sound of an explosion outside. I ran outside as fast as I could. What the? The first thing I saw was Scarlet and black smoke emanating from the ground near her. Oh hey there, Luis. Nice weather we're having, huh? Hey, Scarlet, you okay? I'm pretty good, all things considered. I've been experimenting again on trying to bring back people's memories without the whole monkey zombie bit. I figured if you and I ever, I'd want us to know everything about each other. Hey, yeah, what was that? Well, that face was kind of no secrets. I'd like that, Scarlet. Thanks. I'll let you know if I make any progress with that. I gotta clean this up. Give me a minute and then we can head to the forest. I've been meaning to spend some time there since I got to this island. Sounds good to me. Sounds good by me, I guess. Oh my, we're in the forest. We walked together through the forest hand in hand, talking about things we'd do after we got off this island, talking about everything and anything. Look at this. She got her tongue out, dog. After we're off this island, whatever happens, do you maybe want to catch a movie together? Sure, but why a movie? Oh my, we're gonna watch Boss Baby. You can laugh, but there's a part of me that just wants to be a regular girl for a day. Something that I could forget, that I can never forget. And I'd like it if you could be that way. I'd like it if I could be that way with you. What do you say? I like that. Yay. Scarlet did a little dance of happiness. We spent the rest of the morning together in the woods enjoying each other's company, and maybe a little more than that. Somehow, in the middle of all of it, I forgot what kind of show I was on in the first place. It was just me and her. In this moment, more than ever, I was glad to be alive. Morning, Luis. Let's kick off Phase 3. Hopefully we can wrap this up quickly and you'll be back to your old life soon. I better be. As nice as this island is, it's a glided cage. You'll be able to go back to your old life soon. That's a promise. Well, I'll remember that. Well, unless you make a mess out of your next 3 dates, I can't help you there. Oh shit. But assuming you do, you'll get to leave here with one of Tara, Allie, or Scarlet. But first, it's time to pick which of them you'll be going on a 3rd date with today. Who's it gonna be? Let's go with. I think we've been going in the Tara, Allie, Scarlet order, so let's just keep it moving on like that. Tara, if I'd known you were going to spend all your dates with Tara indoors, I would have just booked the mansion. But sometimes the best things in life aren't the most expensive ones. Who knew? Just kidding. You ever seen a depressed person who owns an island? Go get her, Tiger. I found Tara sleeping on the sofa in the games room. She looked so peaceful. Maybe I'll come back later. Zombies everywhere! Ah! She bolted up suddenly. You okay? Whoa, you okay, Tara?
Whoa, it was just a dream. I'm good now, no worries.
Seems like it was a pretty crazy dream.
No kidding. I dreamed that we all got turned into zombies. Luckily, there's no way that could have ever happened.
Did he go to bed late?
Hell yeah, I spent all the night working on the game. And I finished it too. Care to join me in testing it out?
Nah, me, I'm good.
I added some new features I'd like you to try.
Sure, I'd love to. It looked like the same game I'd played before. What am I looking for?
You'll see.
I started up the game. Moments later, I saw Terra's avatar run up to me.
You've made it just in time. The new event is about to start.
What's the new event? As if on cue, giant robotic pigeons flew from the sky and started to attack our avatars. Ah! Run for my life or fight the pigeons. The last time I chose to engage in the fight, and I got my ass beat. So this time, I'm gonna learn my lesson, and I'm gonna fight the pigeons again. I ran towards the pigeons, preparing for the fight of a lifetime.
Don't worry, I gotcha.
Terra pulled out a giant can of pigeon repellent and started blasting away.
Whoa, I think something's bugged. It's not working at all. I guess I gotta fix that.
While Terra was laughing at her own mistake, I was being lifted into the sky by the pigeons. I think I'm screwed. Where are these pigeons taking me? I tried to move my avatar, but there was no way to resist the death grip of a robo-pigeon.
Don't worry, they're about to fly into the territory of the maple syrup dragon.
The what?
Uh-oh.
The screen lit up with a blast of flying maple syrup. I never thought I'd ever say something like that, but here we are. The maple syrup slammed into the pigeons and forcibly stuck their wings together. As a consequence, they started to fall to the ground at breakneck speed. Ah! Save me! I hadn't saved yet! Oh my.
I knew I forgot something. I forgot to add the ability to save. I'll have to write that down.
As Terra took notes, I rapidly fell to my doom. I'm happy for you, but if you could just for a minute... My avatar smacked into the ground, pigeon first, and instantly died on impact. Aw man, I had so much stuff. Is there at least a respawn mechanic? I've never died before in this game.
Of course. Just hit the retry button.
I pressed the button and watched the world around me reset to the village. Sans, the giant beasts of death. Sans? Except now, the village seemed 10 times bigger than before. Wait, when did the village get so big? And then it dawned me. Wait. It's not that the village got big. I got small. I took a more careful look at my avatar. I was a pigeon again. I sighed deeply. At the same time, Terra was giggling like a child. We spent a few more hours testing out the rest of the game's new features. Thankfully, there were no more pigeons. No more pigeon Easter eggs.
There's one last thing I want to test out, if that's okay.
Will it end with me getting turned into a pigeon?
No. Just come with me.
I followed her avatar to the cabin we shared in the woods. When we got there, she turned around, walked up to me, and held out an item I'd never seen before. Oh my god. She walked up to me and gave me an item called Ring of You're Pretty Cool. What's this?
Let me try to explain. I came onto this show with no idea of what it was about. Personally, I thought it was stupid at first, but hanging out with you has been so much fun. I've never really got to work on my hobbies with anybody till I met you. Honestly, I've never had someone to share all my crazy shit with, but you're different. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, you're pretty cool, and I hope we can keep doing this even after the show's over.
I'd love to. Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan. Yeah, sure, I'd love to, Terra. I'd love to, Terra. You don't even have to ask. I've gotta say, you caught me off guard with the how am I talking like that?
Why's that?
You giving this ring to me? Well, it could be a little misleading.
You're not making any sense.
We laughed together, then walked back to the mansion with a spring in our step. We played the day away without a care in the world. Well,
that's enough gaming for today. You up for a movie date?
sure, what do you want to watch? Oh my, we're gonna watch Boss Baby. Oh, never mind.
It's a Hitchcock film. I've always wanted to see it.
What's it called?
The birds.
Bro, what the hell? I felt a blood vessel in my head pop. This woman is bad for my heart, but she never fails to put a smile on my face. Yeah, she's a little mad. And just like that, that's my last date with Tara. Time sure goes by quickly. I thought I'd find you here. Why's that? You tend to come out here when you're lost in thought, is all. You're thinking about how the show's almost over, right? How'd you know? Lucky guess. Well, it's not over yet, so don't let up just yet. Speaking of which, how was your date with Tara today? Yeah, it was awesome. It was nice. We didn't do anything crazy, but it didn't have to be. I could tell. It was cute watching you guys. Though, to be honest, I wish a relationship would move along a little faster. This show's not getting any longer, you know. That said, I feel like you two would make a pretty good team in the long run. Anyway, I'd ask you if you're thinking of choosing her at the end, but I'd rather wait and see how it plays out. You going to stay out here for long? Nah, I'll probably be going back inside soon. I'll keep you company till then. I figure you might want to have a conversation with someone that won't get you killed if it's not TV worthy. Thanks, Kat. Don't mention it. You know, I'm curious, Kat. What's up? Let's say I knew I was screwed, that there was no way of me getting out here alive. That the only way left for me to survive was just to run. Would you let me escape? Of course, Luis. Thanks, Kat. That means a lot. It's no big deal. We stayed out for a little longer before we called it a night. I'm lucky I have someone I can trust on my side. Take a sip out of the water real quick. I woke up on the floor of the games room. Hell, Tara was sleeping on the sofa with one hand still on her game console. We had spent all night playing games and watching movies like it was our own little sleepover.
Pigeon zombies everywhere! Ah!
And then she was up. Let's hope this insane show never gets to the point where Tara's dreams make sense.
Oh man, my head's pounding, but I've got no regrets.
Me neither.
We've got to do this again sometime soon, Luis.
You bet.
Is it time for you to go on a date with somebody else now?
Yeah, that's just how it is.
Alright, have fun. Save some time for gaming with me later, okay?
Sounds like a plan.
Awesome.
Morning, Luis. You'll be happy to know your third date with Tara yesterday was pretty well received. Not the highest rated we've had so far, but enough to give us some more room to keep going. Sounds good enough to me. For your next date, make sure you pick someone who you think the audience will respond well to. Though, at this point, I think you're in a pretty good spot either way. Without further ado, which soulmate candidate is it going to be? Allie. Allie. To be honest, I'm not sure if your dates with Allie are really dates or more of just trying different kinds of transportation. But hey, whatever floats your boat. Let's get those cameras rolling. I found Allie by the beach, or more accurately, she came running to me. You are not gonna believe this, Luis. What's that? Alright, who took my keys? You've got 10 seconds. Oh wait, you've got 10 seconds before I take it out. A forged paycheck. Oh, come on. We'll walk and talk, come on. Well, let's walk, maybe more like run. Like how For's not going to be happy when he finds out that whatever. Come on, let's go. She grabbed my hand and pulled me with her into the forest clearing nearby. What's going on? You are not going to believe what I just found. What's that? Well, I was wondering how to top the 2 previous dates when I stumbled upon... wait a minute. It's better if I surprise you. I'm gonna have my eyes closed again, right? I love how fast you learn things, Louise. She was singing as she covered my eyes with one hand and pulled me along with the other. She pulled me along step by step. I can't say I wasn't enjoying it. Is this a staircase? It feels like metal beneath me. In the middle of a forest? Just a bit more now. Alright. You can open your eyes now. Oh shit. How on earth? We were inside a small plane. The very small one I'd been rudely awakened in my first day here. How did you even... It was just sitting in the forest, so I thought, why not, right? I have so many questions. Wait a minute, are you planning on... Without even bothering to answer... What the fuck? Why... Without even bothering to answer me, Allie rushed the cockpit. Oh crap. Here's to hoping this goes better than the rollerblades. Huh, I wonder what this big red button does. Are you fucking kidding me, Allie? What the hell is wrong with you? Oh god, get me out of here. I ran for the door, but it was already shut tight. And away we go. The engine of the plane roared as we took off. I slammed into the side of the door. Oof. Come on, be honest, you were thinking the same thing. You put a big juicy red button there, completely unattended, and you expect a good citizen like me not to press it? You're bonkers. You've got a point, but do you have any idea how to fly this thing? Wait a minute, if you're talking to me here, then who's flying the plane? Technically nobody, but... Oh my... Crash? What do you mean crash? We're dead? The right wing of the plane smashed to a tree. We hit it hard enough for it to be slightly deformed. Oof! I slammed into the wall yet again. Well, we didn't need that wing anyway. We still have the other one. What the fuck? Exactly like kidneys. Oh my god. It is exactly like kidneys. Forget killer dating death shows. Forget Damien and Kat. Allie was going to be the death of me. I tried to run to the cockpit, but it was all I could do to stay upright as the plane teared back and forth. I'm just kidding, I've got this. Allie ran to the cockpit without breaking a sweat. Meanwhile, I did my best impression of a ball in a pinball machine. Alright, I got this. The plane seemed to stabilize in a matter of seconds. Oh, thank God, I really thought we were gonna crash. Oops. Once again, the right wing of the plane smashed into a tree. Somehow, it bent back into its original shape. Not so bad, if I do say so myself. Alright, that was dumb luck, and you know it. And now for the moment you've all been waiting for. We started gaining altitude. Slowly at first, then faster and faster, higher and higher. Before long, we were soaring high and above the trees. Allie yelled out in the triumph. Woo! I joined it and yelled out with glee. It's a pretty great feeling, huh? Not dying in a fiery plane crash? Flying free without it. What's the point of living? You talking about freedom or flying? Why not both? That said, there's another reason I flew us up here. What's that, Allie? I almost said Alice. This is the only place I could find on the island that wasn't bugged. No one could eavesdrop on us here. And sorry for the turbulence, but without it, they might have heard me disable the bugs in here. Believe me, I looked for a safe place as hard as I could. That's why I got the rollerblades and the boat earlier, to find a safe place to talk as fast as possible. I'm guessing you know what the show is really about then? Unfortunately, yeah. What a bummer, am I right? Unfortunately, I don't think you do, and I can't risk telling you everything either. What? Why? Believe me, you're better off not knowing. What? Allie, what are you hiding? Who are you, really? Look, we don't have too much time. Before we'll have to land this thing's already almost out of fuel. Sure enough, we had already started descending. Please, just trust me. I'm on your side, Louise. I know there's so many lies going around here, but I really want to help you get out of here. Though, I have to admit, it wasn't on my to-do list at first. It's a good thing you're so cute. Oh my. I'm kidding, jeez. Wow. Bruh. Do you trust me? Nah, mate. Do I trust her? I mean, what? I don't get the rollerblade things to make it so I guess they couldn't hear us. The plane one makes sense, I guess. But then also, I mean, I think she's just a fucking psychopath. The boat? Maybe if you're out of range or something. Do I believe her? Do I believe her, bro? Surely, bro. Surely I would believe her. I feel like I don't know, bro. I think she's too crazy to like think she's like the fucking mastermind behind all this. I'm gonna say yes. Of course I do, Allie. You know that. You won't regret it. Promise. So, what can you tell me? There's no time. Long story short, there's something on this island I need to find that the people I work with need. It's life or death. Not for you or me, but for countless others. I came here to save you all, and I won't give up until I have. Though, at this point, I've done all I can. It's in his hands now. Whose? No time to talk. We're almost back in the range of the island recording network. No matter what, don't tell anybody what happened here. Not even a little bit. Not even if you think you can trust him. Are we clear? Crystal. The plane flew lower and lower. Alright. We're about to be back in the recording zone. What else? Don't do anything I wouldn't do. That really doesn't limit it much. I guess not. After we landed, Kat scolded us for taking the plane. Kat and Allie seemed to exchange more than a few uneasy glances as we got off the plane. But luckily, nothing came of it. Next, the production staff separated Allie and I. It looks like Kat had arranged something special for the two of us. All I was told that I wasn't allowed to see Allie until evening, apparently. That's the nicest time to film. Till then, production team helped me to look the part, a romantic novel protagonist. I was dressed to the nines. I must have sat through 100 photo shoots and interviews before they told me it was time to see her. But it was worth it. Wow, even for this island, this place is fancy, with a capital F. Dude, tell me about it. I broke one plate here, and I'll have to pay it off for the rest of my life. I mean, welcome to the Ocean Palace. Allow me to show you your seat. Tu gestured at me to follow him. We'd only taken a few steps when I saw her, and when I did, I couldn't help but crack up. You know, I kinda expected you to be dressed up too, given all the shit the crew put me through. What's the point? It'd just get ruined. How would it get ruined? Oh, you'll see, come on. She reached for my hand, I put mine in hers, with a smile on my face. She pulled me along with her towards the door. Whoa. We stumbled against the table, which knocked a plate onto the floor. It promptly shattered into a million pieces. In case you were watching, Kat, that was two. I knew I should have just been an accountant. She laughed as she pulled me along with her to the outside. The night air had never tasted so fresh. Each breath for air as we ran along the road made my worries and fears just disappear. Eventually, we ran all the way to the beach. Come on! She tightened her hand and pulled me along with her to the water. Wait, she laughed like a maniac as she cannonballed us into the ocean. My first instinct was to swim back up to the surface, but then Allie put her hands against my face and looked deep into my eyes. She smiled and kissed me passionately. It was as if time had stopped. A few moments later, we went back up to the surface. I figured you could use a fun distraction from everything that happened earlier. Was she doing this for me? I never know what to expect with you, you know? And you never will. It was a night to remember. After my date with Allie, I waited around outside till the time I expect to see Kat, but she never showed up. I guess she already has enough footage for today. Might as well try to find her. No one's here. Looks like the snacks from before are gone too. Not here either. Kat was at a table, writing something down at a frantic pace with one hand against her head. Hey Kat, what's up? Oh hey Luis, I didn't see you there. How are you doing? That depends on what you're ominously writing. You looked just like someone who realized I was dead meat. Oh, this? Don't worry about it. Somebody's dead meat, but it's not you. Yay? I'm just kidding. I'm just fixing up some of the balance sheets too was working on. Being an accountant was really never in the cards for them, despite what they say. Sit down. I'll be stuck here a while anyway. Sure, sounds good. I sat next to Kat at the table. So, how'd today's date with Allie go? Yeah, sure, awesome. I probably shouldn't tell the whole truth, but enough of it should be good. It was awesome. I don't know how, but the more time I spend with Allie, the better it gets. Being married to her would make every day an adventure, and I like the sound of that. I'm sure it'd be an adventure, but the jury's out on if it's one you'd walk away from. But I can see she makes you happy. Really, that counts for a lot nowadays. Though you might want to start wearing body armor if you want if you wanted to stay that way. Anyway, you've done a great till now. I don't know if what you said to each of the girls is really true, but don't stop now. You just have to get through one more day and you'll be able to finally leave this place. And you'll tell me what my old life was like? Of course. I mean, if I didn't, where would you even go? Fair point. You look like you've got something on your mind. I'm just thinking about tomorrow. You've been getting the best ratings I've ever seen. I just hope it's enough. The rating requirements for the last date and the last day are the highest. I'm sure it's going to be fine, don't worry. I've made it this far. Nothing's going to stop me from making it to the end. I hope so, for your sake, Luis. So when I'm out of here, what are you going to do? Or what are you going to do? Are you going to move on to the next color dating show? I didn't know you were my career coach. You want to know my 5-year plan too? I get the feeling that 5 years from now you'd rather not be here. There is no plan. I'm just taking it one day at a time. That's really anyone could do in the crazy world. Anyway, I gotta get back to work. Good luck, Luis. You'll need it. Thanks, Kat. I'll see you later. Night. Tomorrow's going to be the last date. I'll need all the rest I can get. Guess I'll call it a night. The performance is coming to a close. The actors and actresses come out one by one, ready to take their bows. I would clap, but I'm waiting for you, and only you. Huh. Well, this isn't the worst place I thought I could wake up yesterday. I'll take that as a compliment. She laughed and pinched my cheek. Well, it's been a blast, Luis. I have some more cruising around to do, and I think you've got another date on your plate today. Yeah, that's just how the show goes. Sorry. She was gone before I even had the chance to finish. That woman is a force of nature.
Alright, you're running out of time, Kit Kat.
It's going to be just fine, just watch. Good morning, Kat. Morning, Luis. How'd you sleep? Pretty well, thanks.
You bet you did. The bed is worth more than your life.
That reminds me, why can't the staff have the same kind of bed that Luis has?
Do I look like I'm made out of money?
You literally own this island.
Alright, if I give the staff beds, the next thing they'd ask for is minimum wage. No thanks.
He walked away. So, how about that 5-year plan, huh? Maybe their brothers were onto something with this whole accounting accounting thing. Anyway, it's time for your last date with your last soulmate candidate, Scarlet. You ready? It's time to make or break. I'm ready as I'll ever be, Cap. Then, without further ado, lights, camera, don't get yourself killed. I found Scarlet in the same place I met her. She was engrossed in a book with a pile of books next to her. They looked worn as if they've been read over and over through the years. Hey there, Scarlet, what you reading? Hi, Luis, just an old fairy tale. Really? I'm surprised you'd read something that would throw science out of the window. I'm a woman of varied tastes. I quite like these stories, especially this one. Which one are you reading? It's called The Princess of Averanda. Really, it's silly. I doubt you'd be interested in. Try me. I smiled at her. She smiled back at me in kind. Okay, I don't see why not. Cute. There's a young girl, Nera, who was the princess of the kingdom of Averanda, which was far, far away from civilization. Unlike princesses before her, she had no time for politicking or parties. She spent all her time building all sorts of gadgets for her and her family and friends. Like a robot dog that would eat the vegetables they didn't want to eat. Oh, I gotta try my hand at this sometime. Scarlet giggled like a child. Nera has a blissfully happy childhood. She even falls in love with a commoner named Aloria. Though her kingdom would never approve of their relationship, Nera and Aloria never failed to see each other in secret every night by the crooked trees in the western forest. But those days don't last. One day her mother, the queen, is taken by a witch, never to be seen again, and Nera is forced to become queen at the age of 16. In her mother's absence, Nera does her best to lead the kingdom, and for years it prospers. She's like no other leader they've had before. But secretly, she wants to leave. As queen, she has no more time for the things or the people that she loved with all her heart. She cries every night alone. But she knows she can't. Too much responsibility falls on her. Then one day, Nera is cursed by the same witch that took her mother, and forgets everything, her name, her family, her kingdom. Everything except Aloria, and the desire to leave. And so she leaves, and no one in the village ever sees her again. I won't bore you with the rest of the story, but thanks for listening till now. Aw, come on, believe me, Scarlet, I want to hear this to the end. Especially because you like it so much. I looked deep in her eyes, and I could just tell how much she loved the story. Well, there's really not much left, but, well, Nera and Aloria live a wonderful life in a neighboring kingdom for many years. But one day, she remembers everything and rushes home, worrying for her people. When she gets there, she sees her people have been ruled by the very same witch who took her memory, and that her people no longer prosper the way they did under her rule. In anger, Nera confronts the witch on the border of Averanda. The witch takes off her cowl, revealing herself to be Nera's mother, the Lost Queen. Nera's mother gives her an ultimatum. She can return to ruling the kingdom, but she can never leave again. Or, she can leave now and never come back. And that's where the story ends. You never get to know what choice Nera makes. That's quite a cliffhanger. I want to know what happens next. Believe me too. I'm curious, what would you do in Nera's shoes? Bruh. Leave the kingdom or stay at the kingdom? I accept my responsibility as queen and run the nation to prosperity. Or do I just say, bruh, I'm out of here, dog, and then leave it? Be selfish but be happy. Be selfish but be happy, or stay in a place where you could help a lot of people but not so happy. That's kind of hard. I'm a selfish motherfucker. I leave the kingdom. I don't know. is actually hard. No wonder they left it on a fucking cliffhanger, dog. I feel like the noble thing would say I'd stay in the kingdom. But I ain't noble. I think I'd leave. I'd never come back. Interesting. Why is that? There's no point of living without love. Even if it was better for the kingdom of for Nera to stay, it would guarantee her love could never be realized. And that's just too sad. I think the same way. I've loved this story ever since I lost my memories. I'm sure I don't have a kingdom or anything, but sometimes you wonder, you know? Yeah, I get the same feeling too. That's just life, you know? You just have to keep moving forward. Yeah, you're right. I'm really happy that you're the one I get to move forward with, Luis. Me too, Scarlet. There's no one else I'd rather be with right here, right now. And speaking of right now, there's somewhere I want to bring you. Where's that? I'll give you a hint. I've been thinking about this place ever since you mentioned that you loved fairy tales. Oh my gosh, there's turtles down here. Turtles! She was practically dancing around the room, taking in all the sights. It was impossible not to smile. I figured the Ocean Palace just might be your thing. Scarlet practically jumped onto me and squeezed the life out of me in a deathly bearing hug. This is wonderful, Luis. Thank you so much. You've made everything so special in ways I honestly couldn't believe, but you did it. And this is just the beginning, Scarlet. We're in this together. I held Scarlet and kissed her on the lips. It was like an explosion of passion. Had set me on fire as she kissed me back and wrapped her arms around me. Always. We looked deep into each other's eyes then. Motherfucker! No! In a split second, the room became pitch black. I couldn't even see my hand in front of my face, much less Scarlet. At least looks like there's a blackout. Oh no. Scarlet held my hand tight. Maybe she was afraid of the dark. I didn't have a chance to respond before I heard a rush of footsteps coming towards us in the dark. Something isn't right. Oh no. We were surrounded. A familiar voice cut through the short silence of me holding my breath. I'm sorry, Luis. You just didn't make the cut. We've got to get out of here. Just make it quick, please. I could hear the woman that the voice belonged to walk away. I dashed from the table, pulling Scarlet along with me. What's going on? Who are... Just come with me. We've got to get out of... I didn't even make like 5 steps before I got tackled and cuffed behind my back. Luis! I screamed for her to run, but they made sure no sound could escape as they pinned me to the ground. Scarlet, you've got to run. Get out of here. It was no use. Even though she was just a few feet away, I was powerless to get an inch closer. They tackled her down in a second. I heard the clink of the cuffs as she was dragged away. I struggled with everything I had to get up to save her, to run for what felt like an eternity. Bruh, somebody give me a power-up. Give me a goddamn power-up. Give me that shonen, battle shonen. Don't win the plot. Don't win the plot. Don't win the fucking plot armor. Then nothing. Give me plot armor. Give me plot armor. I woke up on an operating table, the kind you see in a nightmare. My first instinct was thinking, bro, I fucking suck at this game. Bro, what the fuck? My first thing was to get up and get off of it as fast as possible, but my neck, hands, and legs were cuffed and pinned down in thick metal braces. I tried to force myself out with all my strength, but the braces didn't so much as budge. A morning, Luis. What's going on, Cat? Get me out of here. I'm afraid I can't do that. And honestly, I'm getting tired of explaining why. Let's just speed this along, shall we? What are you talking about? She placed some kind of helmet on my head. I tried to avoid it, but the brace around my neck made it impossible to maneuver. Please, Cat, don't do this. I could hear the hum of a massive generator turning on behind me. She raised her hand, revealing a trigger switch with a single red button. See you soon, Luis. No! Bro, what the fuck? What the fuck, dude? She pressed it. No, the curtain closed. You're taking your bow. And when you've lifted your head, I can see you clearly for the first time. It's you, the one I've been waiting all this time to see, the one who made me dream of a life together far from this island. You've been right by me all this time. Tomorrow's the day, Luis. You nervous? Who wouldn't be? You've got a point. She reached for my hand and held it tightly. You okay? You sure we should be doing this? I don't want to be punished just because I want to get out of here. Hey, Kat. We've always been a team, you and me. No matter what, we're in this together. Thanks, Luis. How did things come to this? The escape failed. I've been surrounded, beaten, shot, betrayed. The love of my life, she shot me. I'm bleeding out rapidly. I'm trying my best to slow the bleeding, but it's no use. What did you do to her? I choked out every last word. I didn't do anything.
Oh, I didn't do anything. I didn't have to. You were too busy making hard eyes at Kat here to see where her true loyalties lied.
I'm sorry, Luis, but it's true. I don't understand. Why don't you tell him, dear? Damien is my father. Bruh. I knew you were planning something the moment you came to this island. But you didn't trust me enough to tell me what exactly it was. So I became close to you and told you just what you wanted to hear. And then you told me everything I needed to know. As soon as you told me your plan, there was no way you were going to escape from this island. Why are you saying this? Now that's my girl.
Now that's my girl. You really are my daughter.
Why?
Alright, I love
that look on your face, Luis. You know, if you got an expression that would be perfect for my next show. It just so happens we've got an opening just for you. It's no use. I've lost too much blood. The world turned dark. This is the end.
Keep them alive, Luis.
You might think I'm showing you mercy, but believe me, by the end of this, you're going to wish that I just let Kat kill you. Why? Why, Kat? Why would you? I barely have time to breathe before the waves pull me under once more. Uh, Okay. Where am I? I'm underwater? It's so dark and cold. I try to move, but I'm so tired. It takes all the strength to reach my hand out forward. Feels like glass. I'm trapped in some kind of tank. I want to sleep for just, Is someone there? I can feel somebody's presence. I open my eyes and I can see. Hang on just a little longer, Luis. Who are you? The woman in front of me looked at me with pity. I hit the glass. Say something. I feel like if I hit the glass, I'll fucking scare her, bro. Say something. Tried to speak, but it's no use to my mouth. It's no use. My mouth won't speak the words I want them to. You're awake. I'm so glad, but you're gonna wish you were asleep for this next bit. Trust me, and sorry in advance. She moved towards some kind of terminal next to my tank and pressed a button. As if on cue, it was if every nerve in my body was set on fire. I screamed and thrashed around, but it did nothing to alleviate the pain.
Oh, will you look at that? Looks like our little hero got some life left in them. You know, Luis, you're in luck. Usually, I just kill you for this, but a new opportunity just opened up, I think. You'd be the perfect fit.
I'm sorry, Luis, but it's true. I don't understand.
Why don't you tell him, dear?
Damien is my father. Oh my, look at that fucking smug face, dog. Always the hero, aren't you, Luis? You should be more worried about yourself. You knew the rules. If you try to escape the island, you die. It didn't have to be like this, but you... I'm done talking. Goodbye, Luis. Hold on just a little longer, Luis. She looked away from me, as if she had heard something, what I couldn't tell. Shit, they're almost here. We're running out of time. I'm sorry, Luis, I won't be able to give you back all your memories, but this will have to be enough. She pressed another button on the terminal. I've got to run back to my tank, or they'll know something's up. She pressed her hands against the glass. Hold on just a little longer, okay? I'll get us out of here. Damn, Allie's a real one. The pain, it stopped. The world turned dark.